Hello everyone, my name is Nadeem Khan. Welcome to Uncommon Literature. Today we are going to do Othello, that is a very famous tragic play by William Shakespeare. It is set in Venice and it starts in a street of Venice when we see Rodrigo and Iago. They are both having argument. Rodrigo says that he has been paying money to Iago in order to help him to win the hand of Desdemona, but there has been no progress. And he also learns that Othello has recently married Desdemona. Iago reveals that he hates Othello because Othello has recently made Michael Cassio as the lieutenant of his army, the person who does not have any experience in battles, in spite of Iago having experience in battles, and he has been recommended by three great ones of the city. So still Othello chose Cassio as his lieutenant. But Iago is very clever person. He is sweet and he is serving Othello, but he is seeking some advantages and he is serving to have some future revenge on him. Iago plans that let us spoil the pleasures of Othello's marriage, and Iago and Rodrigo both go outside the house of Brabantio, who is the father of Desdemona, and he is a Venetian senator. It is a position which is given to people in Venice. He is one of the prominent persons. So, and Rodrigo tells him that in vulgar terms that he has been robbed and Othello has married Desdemona and they are making love. First, Brabantio does not believe Rodrigo because he has stopped or refrained Rodrigo to see his daughter, and he is thinking that Rodrigo has come to see Desdemona and he is playing a trick. But later on, Brabantio believes their words. As soon as Iago sees that their plan is working, he leaves and he goes to Othello. Later, Brabantio comes down with his men, and with Rodrigo they leave to meet Othello. Brabantio says that his daughter has been stolen from him by magic charms. In scene 2, we meet Iago, who has come to Othello, and Iago is warning Othello that Brabantio may come in order to create some problem in the marriage of Othello and Desdemona. What happens? They suddenly see some officers coming towards them, and Iago asks Othello to leave, but Othello does not go from there. It reveals that the men approaching are Cassio and the officers. They come with a message that the Duke has called Othello on the matter of Cyprus, which is an island in the Mediterranean Sea, which is controlled by Venice. Okay, so here you just have to understand that here the character of Othello is very important. He is holding a very crucial post in Venice, and on the matter of military, he has been called by the Duke to deal with this invasion of the Turks. Okay, and as soon as Cassio prepares to leave, Iago mentions to him that Othello and Desdemona are married, and before they can speak something further, Brabantio with his officers and Rodrigo arrive. Brabantio asks his officers or men to attack Othello, but before any clash can occur, Othello calmly asks all to put up their swords. Okay, and when Brabantio gets to know that Othello has been summoned by Duke, he decides that he will take up his matter before Duke himself. With this, scene 2 ends. In scene 3, we see Duke with his all the military senators. They are having meeting and they are talking about the Turks' invasion of Cyprus. And one messenger arrives to tell that the Turks are going to take control of Rhodes, which is another island controlled by Venice. But one of the senators thinks that it can be a trick by the Turks and they are actually going to take Cyprus. So which is approved by the another messenger who comes and tells that now the Turks are leading to take Cyprus. With this, as soon as something more can be said, the meeting is interrupted by the arrival of Brabantio, Othello, Iago, Rodrigo, and other officers. Brabantio wants to put aside the state affairs and he wants Duke to address his own grievances. He mentions that his daughter has been stolen from him through magic spells or potions. So that Desdemona has married Othello is not accepted to anyone. And Othello, he is, you must notice one thing, that he is not concerned about the elopement of his daughter. Rather, he is saying that his daughter has been stolen from him by magical charms. Okay, so he believes that Othello, who is the Moor, like he is a black and he belongs to some African country, so that person can never who Desdemona or the woman like her. So he is always saying that he must have used some magical charms in order to win her. When Duke asks Othello to speak in the matter and Othello mentions that he has used no magical charms, and he tells that Brabantio used to call Othello at his house and he used to ask him his life story, his remarkable life story. So Othello used to tell his own life story, that how he has fought in the battles, how he used to survive in the civilized world, and how he came from his own country to the another countries, and how he attained some good positions, how he fought in the wars. So these sort of stories he used to tell to Brabantio, and Desdemona overheard part of these stories, and she requested him to tell his own story as well. So Othello also told his whole story to Desdemona later on, and with his story only Desdemona fell in love with Othello, and Othello confirms that you can testify my story when Desdemona comes. She will surely say yes, she has married him by her own free will, which Desdemona does. When she arrives, Brabantio asks her to tell what has happened, what is the truth, and Desdemona says that she has married Othello by her own free will and he has used no magical charms. On Desdemona's arrival, Brabantio approaches her and asks her that please let us know for whom you are most obedient, and Desdemona says that I am obedient to my husband and I am doing the same which my mother did. She chose her husband over her father. Hearing this story, Duke says that his own daughter can fall in love after hearing this story. After hearing the decision of Desdemona, Brabantio resigns, and the meeting continues. That Duke decides Othello to leave for Cyprus, and Othello asks for the proper accommodation arrangements for Desdemona. Duke mentions that no need to take Desdemona with you, and she can stay here, but this is not accepted to Desdemona, Othello, and Brabantio. So they prepare to leave. When all leave and stage is cleared, we have Iago and Rodrigo left, and Rodrigo has lost all hopes to win Desdemona, and he wants to drown himself, but Iago mocks him, and he makes fun of him that why you are saying these things, and don't worry, all will be well. When Rodrigo leaves, Iago reveals his real intentions, that he mentions in his first soliloquy that he hates Othello, and he also has suspicion over him that he slept with his wife Emilia, and he reveals his plan to cheat Rodrigo out of his money, that he will take up a lot of money from Rodrigo, and he will convince Othello that Cassio has slept with Desdemona, and he will also use Othello's honest and unsuspecting nature to bring him to his own demise. So by the end of Act 1, we have the real intentions of Iago, who is the most famous villain of Shakespeare, and he is a Machiavellian character. I will discuss all these points in the upcoming acts in detail. Okay, so one thing I just want to mention here, as far as critical analysis is concerned, that in Act 1 Scene 1 we see Rodrigo and Iago, they are both talking about the marriage of Othello and Desdemona, and only in Scene 2 we get to meet Othello in reality, who is talking to the Cassio and his men. But the description which we have of Othello in Act 1 Scene 1, it is completely racist. Othello is an African person or a black person, and other people are not acceptable to this fact. Rodrigo and Iago use a lot of degrading terms to address Othello. One more thing is there, that in this alien land, Othello is a person who is considered as someone barbaric, uncivilized. But in Scene 2, when we actually meet Othello, he is the person who is not instigating the fight. Rather, he is calming down the situation, and he is asking everyone to put up their swords. Okay, so when we actually meet Othello, the image which we have already seen through the eyes of Rodrigo and Iago, that is not the case in reality. Okay, so with this we have come to the end of Act 1. Thank you so much.